position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So UCLA's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Can't make the connection in the defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off play action on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Slams ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy
Siri,
with the football
call
in his
JD.
hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
What's up, fool?
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on.
Yeah, he said he about to go out of town or some shit. Yeah.
Looking for blockers. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe.
He ain't telling her that.
I think you put the ball right back in his hands.
Said he ain't telling her that.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense.
Yeah, I can't go stand nowhere.
Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Yeah.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's
I'm going too.
Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Oh, yeah.
They'll run it. Past the first down marker and still running. Brought down just outside the red zone.
She ain't gonna sneak shit. She gonna blatantly follow me.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down.
She gonna text me last night at fucking 10 o'clock, 10:30. I was asleep. Talking about she got flat tire. Like, what the fuck are you texting me that for? What can I do for you? And I don't have no car right now. My car in the shop.
Right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered.
Like just 2 weeks ago, you was talking about you calling the police on me. You hit me in my face with a phone cord. Bitch, fuck you. Yeah.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
I don't know, bruh. She's something.
And he'll bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pulls it in. It's Brown.
Yeah, I'm tired of that shit,
Not
bro.
much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Don't nobody want to keep living like
Most
that,
people
bro.
are taught to have inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And as he throws, another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Why, yeah, like, bitch, you not hurting me.
Here's the return.
Huh?
And the Bruins
Right.
able to sling him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
Right, I didn't have to live with you.
Touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Yep.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21.
Let's see if he was trying. Nah, she ain't asked me to come back out there,
Wants
but
to throw on
he
first
said
down.
some wild shit,
Pocket breaking down.
like
It's caught. Makes
with the
catch
tire
with
shit.
defenders
Like, bitch, I'm not coming to
everywhere.
fix
Now
your
the
tire.
defense backed
Like,
up
you
with a
need
first and
to,
goal from the
you need to
5.
call Paul's used tire.
Just like that,
And
a hat trick
you,
of
I start
completions, and
asking
they're
her
on the
questions.
doorstep.
Do you got
3
enough
plays,
air
3 beautifully executed plays. This
in your
offense
tire to
is in
get
a
to the
really
place?
good rhythm. This
You know what I'm
defense better
saying?
change something
Like, what the
quickly,
fuck
'cause
going
this has
on?
been way
Like,
too
and
easy.
why are you
The
texting me?
Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him.
Touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Final play of the quarter coming. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets a block. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. From the gun, the running back has it.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Makes a man miss. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Bruins are in the hurry-up.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's...
Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you can tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down.
Yeah, a month, 45 grand a month. Government workers don't make that in a year.
And the Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands. It's Hill. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floats it out in space. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got him. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Can cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is.
Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. Here he goes. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Using his feet to buy time. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down. Take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, they're after him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes I go out back and smoke. Okay, I'll lock it before I go to bed. Okay.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Yeah, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Bruins decide to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. He wants to change this route. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looking to scramble. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Bringing the heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload.
There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's spinning his ears back and forth.
That's caught. It's Cunningham. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Now on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll toss it to the left. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And they'll finally get it down after a terrific pickup.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Did you see the biggest eight-year-old in Little League football? 8 years? He's running back. Yeah.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary.
Biggest shit. 8 years old. 8 and unstoppable. He got 60 touchdowns.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Wants to throw on 1st down. Had to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down play from the gun. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks. And
looking deep down the right side. Makes a grab. He's got a first down. Touchdown, Bruins. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
this slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Creates a little space. Saving tackle at the 17. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, UCLA! Fit it in the window for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. How much fun was that one? And you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team... it.